My friend in Texas lost a dog. I always figured that.
It's like the best friend though.
Well,
Dog's my baby.
these guys get vaccinated for everything because they hunt. So like, we don't even take them out of the house, except in our own backyard until they're 4 months old, because they don't have all the shots. It's like you have to kind of quarantine them.
Yeah.
And
4 years old.
4 months.
Oh.
So you get them when they're
I got
like
mine when I was
2 months.
8 months.
Yeah, 4 months. They get all their main shots. Yeah. You know, I've had dogs in my life where they only went out in my own backyard and they didn't have all their shots every year. It's kind of taking a gamble, but like, if you take them places, especially where other dogs could be, or any animals, you know, like a skunk could walk by at night, have a disease, raccoon, that's when you just kind of play with fire. And since we hunt with these dogs, so they go out into all kinds of stuff. So they gotta be vaccinated. Thanks for asking, Tyson.
Yeah, good thing your fart butt's sitting over there.
Hey, Miss Libby.
Okay, wow, what's the board for? Why does he always draw himself like
Stump
that?
the chump.
I don't know, he's just being his stuff, he's just being bored.
He's having a very chatty day.
Or someone falls asleep. I'm getting my
Come up with some profound stories.
I need to stop saying that because I've been getting my hopes up and nothing happens. Yeah. Like yesterday, my sister was telling me to write, so I can write on my phone. Oh, I need to delete everything. I need to get it fixed. This weekend, yeah, for sure, this weekend. And the mom's called. Oh, you can go by your phone today. Why'd you get the small one? What? Why'd you get the small one? Not seven. I see the jack.
Hello, yeah.
When you should get the plus. Is the plus extra money?
Alright, so, you guys all have traditional Thanksgiving plans?
No.
You gonna have turkey with family,
No.
friends? Me and my husband are gonna take our fishing boat out. And we're gonna hunt from the lake.
Then you're gonna give it out.
And we're gonna eat whatever we want. And not make turkey, because nobody's coming over. So that's okay.
We have no family coming around anymore.
Well, we could go somewhere, but we're not gonna. We just decided we're gonna go on an adventure.
That's cool.
Yeah. I think I'll order.
I think my brother might come by. Who knows?
That
Oh!
would be good.
I'm just ready to go to sleep.
You are.
Yeah.
Well, stay awake.
Yeah, when Mr. Wall starts talking, I do it. No.
You guys sleep in when you have weeks off?
No.
Yeah.
We clean the house every day.
I get up at 5. I get up at 4 every day of the week, and when I have time off, I get up at 5. Yep.
I don't know how you can do that.
Well, when I was your age, I would have got up at 2 in the afternoon. I
I
could
can do
sleep
that.
all day, but you know what? I like to see the sun come up every day.
I know.
I feel like I'm getting the most out of my life.
I get
I
the most
really
out of
do.
my life
It's fun.
when I sleep. That's the best time in my life.
When you sleep, yep, sleeping is good.
Yeah.
But I go to bed like at 8:30 at night. I am in bed going to sleep at 8:30. So I get enough sleep, get up really early.
Right now, I can't.
Ernesto, when we go duck hunting, like on Saturday mornings, it's duck season right now. This is my second season.
Come to Rancho, you can find so many ducks.
No, you have to go out to these big refuges. But we have to get up at like 1:30. We have to leave the house at like 3 a.m. We gotta eat breakfast, because you gotta eat. You can't go out in the wilderness. But so we go to bed like at 7:30 on those nights.
Why do you guys love to Ow! Why do you guys eat duck?
My husband likes to eat them.
My teacher likes to eat Mr. R.
You know, I just kind of go for, I love being out in the wilderness. I think it's really cool. I see hawks and owls and all different types of birds, and you can just see forever, and I love watching the dog work, and it's just fun, you know?
Yes, just start recharges.
Yeah, it's a beautiful world we live in. I don't even really shoot. My husband, something flies over, my husband always wants me to get it, and I'm like, you get it. I'll just watch.
Or battery.
My uncle used to hunt a long time ago. He used to hunt bear,
Bear?
turkey,
Ugh.
and
I don't want
turkey.
I would not want to hunt bear. Bears are scary. I could not hunt a deer either.
He hunted turkey one time ago when I was little. He gave me the turkey feather a long time ago. I still have it today.
Oh, that's neat.
I want a deer feather. Just kidding.
No.
A deer horn.
We have
Like this?
7 deer
Yeah.
in one room, mounted on the
I know
wall.
someone.
All different
Who's
kinds.
someone?
My husband's family were all hunters. They moved here from Italy. And in Italy,
Well, they don't live here.
back in the day, that's what everybody did. And here too, you hunted to eat. And you don't have to do that anymore.
Is that rose gold? Gold is ugly.
Tim Collis, that guy from Hawaii, right? He's like, my
You having a
dad.
good time?
Yes, but my dad said that he was drunk.
Oh no, that's not good.
No.
Hey, there's Mr. Wallace walking up and look, he's in his orange
Is he
shirt.
gonna scare us?
No, but his orange shirt up here.
That's not. Hello again.
That's why I keep my eye look for you.
Yes, thank you.
Go. Really?
No, it feels like you're gonna get a heart attack someday from him. That's not scary, it's not fun. It's, that's why I'm looking at my eye for like you're.
You can only scare us if the curtains are
You
right
gonna borrow that? Okay. Make sure you bring it back, okay?
Yes, Miss Chris. I'm sure I will.
I'm sure.
Only hot lights, please.
Hey, Libby. Are you gonna do any skiing anytime soon? There's snow up there yet?
No.
No. See a couple weeks then.
If I go skiing, I'm gonna break my neck.
Probably so.
I'm gonna do a ski. I can go knockout. Are you just watching a movie this time? I really want to. Doesn't she not have school? I don't even know if this is.
Almost Chris. No,
Are
okay,
you kidding me?
You gotta give her a seizure.
Just look. She is such a good student.
Yeah.
Why?
Samantha
are you?
rocks.
That's just.
You guys come here. I want you to stand next to me.
Look at your son.
Who's the
He
resemblance?
is so.
Look at this, huh?
He's so
Listen,
preppy.
I want, because you make me look good.
You have eyes, Mr.
He has your
Walters.
hand, Mr. Wallace.
True.
He has his shorts.
That's right. You guys have matching shorts.
Oh, you
Cargo
got
shorts.
And shoes, kind of, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Huh?
You just need the
Ready?
stockings.
Ready?
Well, you've got black socks. Yeah.
Right.
But you killed it with wearing those red things under it. Those leggings.
I think those are cool.
Chris, do you have to go to the main office for anything?
I can. Yeah. That's all right. What do you need?
I'm tired.
You know what? Austin, or Austin.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you what paperwork you need me to get done today, Wallace, because I want to be getting it done.
I got you.
Give it all to me now.
Devin, come here. So, Devin, your mom told you to turn this in, right? Okay.
Trouble.
So, do you agree to the IEP, yes or no? Okay, I'm gonna mark this. I'm gonna mark what I need to mark.
What about the hair today?
Oh, I forgot my glasses.
It's so sad. It looks so ugly compared to this.
Oh.
This is why I don't have
Which one's the?
this one.
Okay. Whoa. Say whoa.
I don't want to look. That's good. Person wants to see.
Alright, we're gonna sign this right here. Sign right here, and then date it.
Devin, are you 18?
Put the date right there. 11/17, or go on the date. What is this, 11?
17 today.
Oh, you signed it up here. No, it's signing right there. Oh, so your mom signed this. Okay, she just signed it on the wrong. Okay, so. No, that's okay.
I'm taking a nap. I'm going to miss. What's your teacher's name? What's your teacher's name?
Chris,
Yeah.
now let me.
Is Leslie?
Yeah, you have all the other IEPs.
Asleep.
I do, Chris, I do.
I'm gonna borrow them. Put them on there.
Can I go to
So
Leslie?
you don't have this one stack of them.
No.
I need to have a day, a break.
No, maybe.
Okay, so this whole
So
thing,
why are you trying to make one?
is this one
I
copy
take
for
care of
us?
Sam Spencer's, yes.
You're a
One to Marcy and one for our thing.
And what about mom?
The last one, very last one.
Signature tape.
The very last one.
Okay.
Okay? So make two of those, the last page. No, make the one copy of everything and then one. Then you give it back to me,
That's how.
unless you have an envelope, put it in an envelope, give it back to me.
Okay.
Here,
He's mad because they stole his books.
Remember you
Hey, give me another one.
were
Let's in the file. Yeah, he's let me look. How about I take one
you
right
give me
here?
one. But don't let this, don't let the back part. Remember, press the thing, let it run for a while. I don't wanna get like freaking, like blood cancer or something. You know that teachers, you know this? This is a fact. Teachers have a really high cancer rate.
Really?
Y'all have really
And
high.
they think that, and especially in older schools, and they think it's probably because of things like environmental asbestos, things like that, and the water system, a lot of high lead poisoning
Interesting.
kind of stuff.
Yeah, we don't get cancer too. Those water fountains is crusty.
Bring your
Yeah,
own
Miss
water.
Jenny was telling us about that, so that's why on this survey, Miss Jenny got like, what is that, purified water.
And water fountains.
Okay, I'll be back.
Did you just ask her for that desk?
No, I took it away from him, so he gave it back.
Well, why did you give it back to him?
It's
You should get your own desk.
It's okay, I need that.
No, that's not the point.
Fight.
You, next time you need a desk, get it yourself. You'd say, no, it's okay, Miss Milani, I'll get it myself.
You're a teacher. What? I said you're.
Don't ever call me that again. Alright, so real quick, guys, we're gonna do an oral review. If you would like to have your notes for it, you can.
SID.
And then we're going to,
No, it's movie time.
No, it's SID.
Y'all like Friday.
but that's not movie time, that doesn't automatically assume. So we're gonna do a quick oral review. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll call you out randomly. Nico, you listening?
Yeah.
Now, guys, make sure you listen to the answers if I don't call on you, because these are gonna be repeated again during Stump the Chump. And I got a very, very special gift today. You guys are gonna like, this one is better than any of the other gifts from the past,
I'll bet it is.
okay?
Can we actually get?
Whoa, Mr. Rose.
Ow! Sensitive.
I wasn't even, thank you, I'll never forget this. Hi, how are you?
Oh, yeah, I can't drive for that.
What's new?
I got hit by a drunk driver.
Oh, you came out?
That sucks.
That's good money though.
No, because we couldn't find them. It was a hit and run.
What
Did you know Maddie?
She used to be your TA.
I was a very good social
No, I was actually
worker.
his student / TA. I acted like a TA.
I did TA, I don't really.
I got my nose pierced too.
Good for you. Is that a booger?
Shut up! I ripped it. It hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ripped it. So it hurts. But yeah, no, I got hit by a drunk driver and had to, stay in bed for a whole entire week.
Crap, why don't I do that?
This was the Halloween. Always something bad.
Wow, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. Well, I'm glad you're well. You survived it. Here you are, in the middle of my freaking class, and I'm about to do oral. Have a seat. You can answer questions too.
If
hell
you
no.
recall, I never ever even came to this class.
Yeah, I know. I know.
So I don't know this class makes a good grade,
No.
but,
You have to just be a teacher's pet.
excuse me.
No, that wasn't
I
about
was
being,
just
you were
kidding.
doing and you did work
I
for
know.
it. So that's it. Don't give them the wrong
I
impression.
know. I'm
You were helping another teacher.
I couldn't even come in here.
Dude, you come in here too much.
You gotta be blood though.
Hey, would you take your foot
Can I pull my sock?
off of, well, can you do it without putting your foot on the
This wall,
furniture?
it's not like over the heat on the desk.
They actually do. I eat there.
But other than that, everything's good.
Yeah, well, because that happened, I got fired from the job because they sent my doctor's note. And then I was dropped from time I did because I missed too many days after.
That sucks.
But I was in pain, so I couldn't.
Yeah.
Like, I was on muscle relaxers.
Okay. Alright,
But I still have one job and one class, so.
okay. You're not at a movie theater anywhere, are you?
Oh, heck no.
My daughter's gonna start at a movie theater this week.
Tell her, she's starting out as an
And
extra
this
help.
wall is color, if I can get like.
It's actually hella neat. Like, I love that joke.
Or we
Look
can
at
get like
it,
a
look at
large
it.
popcorn and large coke.
It would, the movie theater is in, Nevada City.
I'm here, if you get me.
It's called, I believe it's called the Magic Theater,
And
but it's a
you
movie
can't be
theater.
giving people like free stuff too, usually at movie theaters, to be honest.
You can't?
I worked there, no you can't. I worked there for like 9 months, 8 months. And they're very strict on most movie theaters about stuff.
Not the one in, Arden.
Here's the
Yeah, they
thing,
are.
here's the
That's
way
the
to think
company
about
I work
this. You
for.
guys ready for this?
Yes.
Here's the thing you should think about, okay guys? Don't ever put your friends who have jobs in a situation where they can be fired. If you're their true friend, you won't do that to them. Even if they offer, don't. You want to be somebody's friend.
But at my other job, I
If you
think
care about them. If you don't care about them and you want to use them, well, then you do, well,
I
you
get
do what you
discounts
do.
at my job at Spencer's in the mall.
Alright.
I can work that way. Yep.
Was it hard to get a job?
No, I've had like 4 jobs in the last year.
Dang.
I
Mr.
just
Wallace,
always-
what's my job at?
I just like retail.
You go out and have you seniors, have you talked to the workability tech yet?
I don't work for
Yes.
I read
Yes.
that.
I worked with them last year, they
I
didn't.
went, so last night I went to Bellevue with my dad, and so the floor manager had seen us before,
Uh-huh.
and she told me like, you like have great personality, I think you would be good working here, and she's like, do you want application? And I was like, yeah. So she brought me one.
She said application.
Would you like me to, my best friend's daughter works there. Would you like me to ask see if there's anything she could do to help you out?
I would love
I will
to. That
ask.
sounds bomb,
And
right?
I changed my plans for going to LTCC to going to ARC for both years. Cause I have friends there and just like, it's the weather.
It's a great
It's the
school.
weather too, because like I don't wanna be trying to avoid assholes driving fast in the snow and ice and.
Sorry.
I don't.
No, I
I
got
don't
you.
have a car.
Yeah, that's right. No, I think that's good.
I
Good.
might have to take my mom's Mercedes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I was gonna take my mom's Ferrari, but her Ferrari was in the
Mercedes-
shop, so she was like, Mr. Wallace, would you rather have my Lamborghini? And I was like, Mom, I wouldn't be caught.
Why are you
Yeah.
comparing a Mercedes to
Right.
like really, really, really high-end
Your
cars?
Lamborghini. She goes, well, what about my Aston Martin? And I was like, Mom, my tush does not sit on an Aston Martin
See
seat.
Mr. Wallace's Lamborghini?
That's right there.
Yeah, so I'll probably have a
So,
Mercedes.
I'm just waiting to drive my Maserati.
Stop.
Why did
I
you-
loved my car. Pearl is dead. That was her name, and now she's dead.
Oh, from
Was it actually that bad?
The whale?
No, Pearl because she was white, like a pearl. She's very white.
Watchman?
So now I'm gonna have my mom's stupid car, Daisy. It's white too. All of our family has white cars with black interior.
That's the good style down here.
And so once that gets paid off, then I'm gonna sell a Mercedes, and I'm gonna get a Jeep Patriot.
Oh, I want to do so bad. But there's
You go
no
so slow.
That's my plan.
That's cool. That's a good plan. Be careful with the Jeep.
No, I'm having like a Jeep Patriot. Well, they're like,
Oh, Patriot? Okay.
yeah,
Does it have a non-rolling system? Does it
yeah,
have-
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like my mom would never let me have an unsafe car after the accident.
Right.
Like she's like really strict.
Heck no.
But yeah, I'm gonna go to
I
Lawrence.
got my
So.
motorcycle.
That's
Hey,
not a motorcycle. That's a
good to
I'll
see you.
come by. I'm here all day.
Okay.
Nothing to do.
All right.
You know, no car.
Get a
Keep
job.
distracting him. You don't have to do
I
work
have a
today.
Oh,
job.
I know. Get more hours.
I'm trying. I just have to get a second job.
Okay. Well, tell Roderick I said hello.
They're watching movies all day.
They're watching the movie. There you go.
Because they earn a movie day.
Okay.
I'm just gonna eat pizza in there and relax.
Cool. Are you guys ready for oral review? Here we go. Nico, back to you. Thank you so much, Chris. Nico. Election day, when is it? The first?
Thursday.
What? No. When is election day? You're jumping to the year. First, what is the day? The first Tuesday. Keep going. After the first Monday in what month? In November, and every other even numbered year. Tai, when is election day?
Every first Tuesday.
Nope.
Every even.
Nope. You're really close, but no.
Every
The
even.
first Tuesday after.
After every.
So it's not the first Tuesday. No, it is not the first
Monday.
Tuesday. There has to be a Monday in November. It's the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November. Every other even numbered year. It's not every 4, it's every 2. Okay, so it's every year, but it has to fall on an even number. Why they can't just say only on even numbered years, I don't know. Okay. You hate this game? We're not playing a game right now.
Yeah, we are. Just answer the question that you don't know.
Answer the question. Oh, well, would you like it if you knew the question?
Yeah.
Then listen to the answers.
I do, but I have
Study
to down
your notes. What are you doing right now? You've got to take out some work and be doing it.
You have no
Okay.
Wallace,
Yes.
is there another ID over there I can take care of?
Not right now. No, don't worry about it. We're good.
What is my
You're good.
IDP?
They're
What
asking
is
you
your, I
where
think
to
in the
go.
spring. Okay. Next question. Andrew, Explain the concept of absentee voting to me. What does that mean? Give me a scenario. Let's say you are going to vote on an absentee ballot. Tyler, before you answer, Tyler, what is a ballot?
It's a piece of paper you vote on.
Okay, it's the thing you vote on. Before you, what's a scenario that would allow you to submit an absentee ballot? For example, what might happen to you whereby you need to submit an absentee ballot? Do you know?
Yeah.
Andrew? No? Xavier, help him out.
When you're out of state.
So if you're out of the place where you would typically vote in, or if you're away from your polling
Place.
your polling place on the day, on election day, you can submit an absentee ballot based on the regulations for that particular state. Yes.
What if you're just out of the county you live in, and in the same state?
You know what? That would be a good question for you to tell us after the break.
Okay.
You're gonna tell the class. What can you do if you're out of the county? Now, the question is this. You register to vote, right?
Yeah.
And it's based on what?
Um,
Oh, wait, you guys have never registered to vote. Has anybody in this class ever registered to vote?
No.
You students?
I think I did. Try.
You have registered, okay, well, you're probably missing a couple of the criteria. So, you know, dang it. We didn't do it this year. Civitas, the Civitas program has voter registration for this school. And they will do a vote, and they did it with the last presidential election. And they'll do it for the school, what's that?
The mock election?
The mock election, yeah. And they'll do it for the school, and next time, I gotta remember to, now, this wouldn't have really applied to you guys, because you would have been, well, juniors, right, when that happened.
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so, but I should do that. I don't know if they'll do that next year for the midterms, but I think they only do it during presidential elections. Anyway, what are the criteria? Do you have to be it depends on, a lot of this goes state to state. It depends on the state regulations and how the state regulations and how they apply to your voter obligation or your voter rights. Okay. What is a polling place, Devin? What is a polling place? Place where you go buy polls?
How to do my polls.
Isn't that the place you pull the vote or something like that?
How are you?
Good.
Good. Good to see you. What is it? A place. You got that part right. A place where, hey, excuse me. I'm trying to encourage you. You got half of it. What happens at that place? What do you do? I'm going to give you a hint. Ballot. What do you do at that place? Do you remember what a ballot is? A ballot is the physical object you cast your vote on. Okay? Polling place is where you can submit your ballot. So what is a polling place? A place you go to do what? What? Yeah, and it's the word I'm trying to get you to say is vote. It's where you go to vote. Okay? Okay. Libby.
What?
Since you want to play, thank you for playing. Can you explain to me, tell me what you can about the Electoral College. We use the Electoral College, first of all, to elect whom? Only this one person. The president, okay? And how do you explain how a president can lose a popular vote but win the electoral vote? That is because why? What is the Electoral College? Okay? Can someone help her?
The electoral,
Explain the electoral college, explain it.
the electoral college is elect the president. So that.
She just said that.
Uh,
How does the electoral, and I just said, a president can lose the popular vote, but still gain the electoral vote because of the electoral college. Why is that?
Well, the electoral college is like an online body.
The more enlightened body, I like that description of it. That is supposed to be the intent of the electoral college, and it gives states a certain amount of votes. Okay, so it's your state's electoral votes that elects your president. Now, how do we determine that number, Nico? I'm going to give you a hint. The state of California gets 53 electoral votes. Why is that?
What the.
Okay, does this number 53 ring a bell, Tyler?
Oh,
The amount of representatives,
The amount of representatives that that state sends to Congress. Okay? Ernesto, do you remember the number of representatives? What's the formula for how many representatives each state gets? What is the modern day, the present day formula? It's 1 in every how many citizens? Or residents?
you want a number?
Yeah, I'm looking for a number and it's bigger than 10.
I think like 650,000.
Excellent job. The formula is 1 in every 650,000. That's what determines the number of representatives your state.
I think Alaska would only have one.
Some states have very few. Okay? Some states have very few. All right. Next question is House of Representatives. Ernesto, since you're on a roll, give me the minimum age qualification for a member of the House of Representatives.
20.
I like it so far.
25.
Excellent job. Devin, how many years is one term for a member of the House of Representatives? Excellent job. Libby, how many sessions in 1 year of Congress?
2.
Excellent. Andrew, you're going to need to know one piece of information before you answer this. How many sessions might a senator preside over in one senatorial term? Nope.
4?
Nope.
Oh, 9.
There's 2 sessions per year, minimum. So what you have to do is figure out how long is the term for a senator. We know a House of Representative member has a 2-year term, so that's a total of 4 sessions. Do you know how long a senatorial term lasts? That's what you need to know.
2,
Nope.
4,
That's House of Representatives. Nope.
6.
That's the president. 6. Very good. You had numbers. It's 6 years. So how many would that be? Nope. It's 2 sessions per year. So how many sessions in one term? Did you say 3?
Yeah.
Nope. If there's 6 years in one term and there's 2 sessions per year, that'd be 6 times 2. What's 6 times 2? I know you know that. It's 12.
Oh,
Question.
right.
You were right. Very good. I got a question for Samantha.
I was thinking about the same.
Can there be more than 2 sessions in 1 year, Samantha? You don't know? Well, thank you for being honest. Nico, can there be more than 2 sessions in 1 year?
Yeah.
Yes. Libby, can you tell me the name of the mechanism?
Special session.
Excellent job, Ernesto. This is for the trifecta. Who can call the special session? Excellent job. Devin, can a senator call a special session?
What?
Can a senator call for a special session of Congress?
No.
Okay. They can request it, they can advise. Get on the phone, hey, Mr. President, we need a special session. Need to call it. They can do that, but the person who officially calls it into being is the president. Okay? Minimum age qualification for the U.S. Senate.
30.
I like that you knew it. I don't like that you just blurted it out before I can call a name. But you are right. Nice job. Okay? Andrew, how many years is one senatorial term? Say it. Say it. Boom. There you go. Remember, go with your gut. Never question your gut. You guys know that on tests, right? You guys have heard that?
Yes.
Advice?
Yes.
You've heard that before? Always, you were right. That's why I wanted you to say it. Question, how many sessions minimum would take place during a House of Representative term?
2.
How many sessions will take place during a member of the House of Representatives? That means that the House of Representatives member, their term lasts 1 year, right? Because how many sessions occur in 1 year? 2. How many years does a House of Representative members term last? What's that?
4 years.
Good guess, wrong. So, with that information, how many sessions might a member of the House of Representatives serve in one term? 2 sessions per year. The term lasts 2 years. If it's 2 sessions per year, how many sessions will they serve in one term? Their term lasts 2 years. 2 sessions per year. In year 1, they're going to have 2, and in year 2, they're going to have 2. Boom. Now, I got a question. Here's how you're going to redeem yourself. Can there be more than 1 session in a year? Who calls it? What's it called? Excellent job, Nico. You.
Punk.
Presidential qualification. Give me minimum age. Quit showing him that shiny thing. He's like a fish. He will bite your finger. Okay? Minimum age qualification, president.
25.
25. Nope.
Um,
But you're really close. One of your digits is wrong.
35.
There you go. Ernesto, what is a senatorial citizenship requirement? How many years must a senator have been a citizen of the United States for if they want to run for Congress?
30. 31.
Well, let me ask you something. If the minimum age is 30 and they have to spend 31 years, that might make it impossible for someone running for the Senate at the age of 30. Don't overthink it. How many years? It's 2 years more than the House of Representatives residential requirement.
Oh, 5?
Nope. Can someone help them out?
9.
Very good. 7 is the House of Representatives. What's the Senate?
9.
9. Are you saying 9? No?
Yes, 9.
99.
No, 9 is no. That's German. 9. That's a play on words.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah. Yeah.
What? Talk?
Talk.
What's talk? Oh, okay.
And
That's just rude.
in German says yeah.
Ja?
No, Russian
Yeah.
is da.
Oh no, wait, that's not ja. Ja, sure.
Da.
And Russian is da.
I'm going to tell you guys a story. You know how I'm obnoxious?
You talking
Well, I was obnoxious when I was in high school too. And we had this form, we had a form. God, you must hate me. I really feel it sometimes. That's okay though. I deserve it. We had a student here he was from Sweden, and his name was Gaetan Gorman. Okay, really, he was a really nice guy. Okay, his name was Gaetan Gorman. So I was at a party one night, a high school party, you know, making sure that people weren't drinking and doing other things. And I see Gaetan, and one of my friends was like, hey, isn't that guy from Sweden or something? And I was like, yeah. He says, you ever talk to him? I was like, oh yeah, I talk to him all the time, which I never talk to him, right? I was, oh yeah, great guy. He says, wait, you know him? No, yeah. You know, and I'm just like, I'm kind of messing with my friend. He goes, you know him? I said, and he goes, call him over. Now, I didn't know his name. I knew it was something like this, starts with a G. So I said, and he goes, what's his name? I said, it's Gustav Gatania. I totally made up, but I remember to this day what that name was, Gustav Gatania. Right? My friend's like, that's not his name. I said, no, seriously, I think his name is Gustav Gatania. He goes, and then he asked me, he goes, call him over. I go, hey, Gustav, come here. And all these people at the party started laughing, right? Now, I felt bad, like he's an exchange student. He's a nice guy, right? And it's like, and obviously he thinks I'm making fun, and I'm not trying to make fun of him. I'm just trying to prove to my friend that I know him. Like I wasn't trying to be malicious.
We didn't think about making fun of other people. I don't remember. We didn't. It was like things were funny and everybody laughed.
You know what? Totally. And I'll tell you another story. And guys, hopefully you learn from this. And so I call him that, and everyone from that moment on would call him Gustav.
Oh, you labeled him.
Yeah, and then later I was like, oh man, that's not cool. Anyway, I saw him at my 20-year reunion.
Oh my goodness.
He was there. Man, he looked good too. He looked good. He was like wearing a black turtleneck, very fit, blonde hair. He's a beautiful human being, right? And I saw him, and I said, hey, I walked up to him and I said, wow. I said, Gaetan, you came. I said, are you living in the United States? He goes, no, I heard about it and I flew back and I wanted to be here. And I was like, that's really cool. And he looks at me and he goes, who are you? And I was like, that's good.
Yeah.
I said, do you remember some asshole who called you Gustav? And he goes, no. You know, and I said, no, that's okay, right?
No, what's important
Like
is
I
the
said,
son, it's not the other.
you know what? I've always wanted to apologize for that.
He blocked it.
So I want to, so I'm apologizing. You know what? Probably what happened is he didn't understand English that well back then, you know? And I'm thinking that maybe he didn't really catch on. Yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah. But I said, I apologized. I apologized to two people at my 20-year reunion that I was a jerk to. And I said, I've always wanted to apologize for this. I said, I'm sorry I acted that way, and, you know. Yes.
Would you like IKEA?
You remember you were talking about like racist things earlier and like inappropriate things, like that kind of statement right there. Like, did you like IKEA?
Oh my god.
You know, like that. Really?
I don't get it.
Oh, because it's a Swedish company, IKEA. No, I get it. I don't know. He probably owns IKEA for all I know. Yeah. And then there was so when I was a sophomore, here's the lesson, boys. When there was a sophomore, there was this girl who I liked. She was cool, right? She was a sophomore also. Well, that doesn't mean that she has to be a sophomore.
See, I
but
was
she was a
1
sophomore.
year ahead of him, and I know nothing
You know
of
nothing
your
about this?
age group or below, because it was all about
Just your circle.
your age group, my age group, and above with high school. We never looked back.
See, I knew people from her group because I played sports, and so there's a lot of I knew a lot of people if they played sports who, yeah, but it's funny. You know, I got to tell you the two things that happened early on here. I'll tell you later. No, well, I'll tell you guys too. But let me finish this one. So I see this girl, and she's we have a biology class together, right? As a sophomore, you take biology class. And we sat next to each other, you know, like how they have the tables, and it's two to a table. So we sat at this table. Oh, I'm sorry, she sat at the table in front of me. But she'd always turn around, sometimes we'd have to work together. and I really liked her. And she was an athlete, right? She's just really good athlete, and she was just cool, right? I was really attracted to her, and I thought, one of my buddies like, dude, you gotta ask her out. Like, she totally likes you. I know, blah 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 blah. And I kind of like sensed it too. I'm like, I'm gonna totally ask her out. Homecoming, right? Homecoming dance. I'm gonna ask her out. And it's the week before homecoming, and I see now she had this really obnoxious nickname that I would never call her. I would never say it to her. Like, I wouldn't use it, right? So we had just finished playing football, and you know, at the end of a football game, have you guys been to a high school football game before?
No.
So if you haven't, like, what you'll do is you'll have a lot of people out, like, by the ticket booth, and like kids are waiting for their parents to pick them up, that kind of thing. So they kind of cluster there. There's at El Camino. We
El
play
Camino.
all our home games at El Camino. So I'm standing there, and I hear her. I hear this, "Hey, call us." And I look over, and she's waiting. She has this big smile. And my buddy's like, "Dude, ask her now." Right? And you know what I say? I yell out, without even thinking, that obnoxious name.
Oh no.
And she like stops, and she looks at me, and she says, she mouths to me, she goes, and she walked away and never spoke to me again. And I was like, and my buddy looks at me, he's like, dude, what the F? And I'm like, oh my God, what have I done? And I saw her so I see her Monday, right? And I'm like, hey, her name is Whitney. I said, Whitney, let me, and she goes, no, she goes, you know what? I can't believe you said that in front of everyone. I was like, hey, you know what? I want to apologize. She did not want to hear it. He goes, just leave me alone. So I was hoping she would be at the reunion. She wasn't at the, and like, it wasn't like I thought, oh, I'm going to say this because to be cool. It's like, but that was a nickname. And you know, here's the problem. My friends would call her by that name, and they'd say, hey, have you talked to so-and-so? Have you asked out so-and-so yet? Right? And they use that name over and over and over. So it's like in my head, right? So I see her, and I'm like let's say the bad word was Bob, and I said, hey, Bob, you know, and it just like came out.
You know, a lot of kids do in high school.
I can't
I
say it.
remember how the guys that seem to be the most obnoxious towards you they actually liked you.
That's why,
It was like,
well, I kid you
but
guys,
the
that's
girls
true.
would say, well, why do they act like such idiots then?
Right?
But not that the girls acting better. I mean, you know, I don't know from a guy's perspective. It's just growing and learning.
Yeah. Well, I think the girls, like, they'll give back what you send their way, like the energy. But I noticed that at least my experience was the girls won't like seek you out to be obnoxious, where guys will seek girls out to be obnoxious.
And they don't really mean it.
Now the girls will be obnoxious if the guys are. But here's the thing that's got me, like, there were 2 girls from your class, and both of them had sons who went to school here, and I coached them in football. This was 2007. One of them was Stacy Winthrop, and the other girl was what was her name? She was a cheerleader. Margot
daughter?
Yes.
Oh, I love Margot. Yeah, we're Facebook friends.
Are you?
I taught her daughter how to ride a horse.
Okay, so here's the deal.
Avery.
Margot's son, my very first year here at Rio, came up to me, and the teachers, Mr. Mason was the rugby coach, and he wouldn't do it because of the work to rule thing that was going on. It was a union issue.
Okay.
So all the teachers said, we're not going to do non-instructional activities that year.
Okay.
So he said, talk to Wallace. I know he played rugby. So this kid comes up to me, and he's like talking to me, good looking boy, you know. So imagine her, and I think she married an Indian guy, East Indian guy.
Yeah, I don't
He was very dark skinned, but just anyway, he's talking to me, you know, and he's like asking me. He says, "Hey, would you be interested in coaching?" And you know, I'm like, "Well, you know," I'm talking about it. And he goes, oh, "Okay." He says, "Yeah," and I said, "Well, why are you asking? You know, I mean, isn't Mr. Mason?" Now I didn't know about the whole thing that Mason had told him, and he said, "Well, he said that you played rugby and that you went to school here." And I said, "Oh yeah, you know," and blah blah blah. And he goes, "Hey, maybe you knew my mom." Or no, he goes, yeah, he goes, "Maybe you knew my mom." And I said, "Oh, who was she?" And he goes, Margot Donovan. And I go, "Oh, Yes, and then I realized, like, what I was doing, and I looked at him, and his friend is standing, and his friend starts laughing. And I look at him, I go, oh, I said, his name is Alex, if I remember
I've
right.
never met him, but
I said, Alex, I am so sorry. I said, I can't believe, I said, that was completely inappropriate on my part. I said, that was totally disrespectful. And you know what he said? This was really cool. He goes, no, it's okay. My mom, I know my mom. She's really hot.
I have to say something. And you girls, listen to this. Libby, are you listening? Because when Margot first moved, she moved like to 8th grade. All of a sudden, there's this new girl at Arden. And me and all my friends that had grown up together were like, who's this gorgeous new girl with long hair? And she always wore those little short tennis skirts. She looked like she was just ready for the tennis court. And she had this long hair, and we were all like, who is this? Well, we wound up becoming friends, you know, with her over the years and the whole high school relationships and everything. And then at the 20-year reunion, when I saw her, I said, you know, Margot, I said, we all wondered who was this gorgeous girl that showed up at Arden. And she goes, oh my God, I can't believe you guys thought I was gorgeous. So all those years later, you know, she didn't even know what we all thought of her. We were kind of jealous, but then she was really nice, so nobody had an issue with her, you know. But it was like she never knew that we all thought she was this most, you know. It's just funny. You never know what somebody really needs all the time.
Think about if you're honest with people, you know, one thing we always talk about in football, don't leave anything out on the field so you don't have regrets. So like these things about like, if you don't tell people how you feel, if you're not honest with people, sometimes like, you don't want to be too honest, right? Like you don't want to insult someone. Like let's say you have this opinion about someone. I'm not saying that. But I remember talking to a girl one time, like when I was in college, and we ran into each other. And we were talking, and I said, you know, and as we're talking, she goes, you know, this is really fun. She goes, I wish we could have been like this in high school. And I said, hey, you know, can I have your number? Can we go out sometime? And she's like, no, I have a boyfriend. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool, you know, whatever. And she says, you know, I wish you would have asked me in high school. I said, would you have gone out? She goes, yeah. I was like, dang, why didn't, you know, why wasn't I, but, you know, I wasn't confident.
A couple times too.
So,
I don't like.
but then there was the same thing with Stacy. So there was this kid, his name was, he had a different last name. I mean, it wasn't Winter, obviously. And he said that his mom went to school here, and I said, oh, who was she? And he said who she was. And now this time I didn't say anything. I go, oh. And he goes, did you think she was hot too in high school? And I looked at him and I said, hey, have you been told that a lot? And he says, yeah. And I said, yeah, she was.
Yeah.
And he was like, I know. He goes, yeah, my mom's still hot. And I thought that was really cool that a student, you know, a kid could say that, because your parents are human beings too, right? And like to be able to say that, you know, like, you know, we know what you mean by that. You know, it's like I tell my friends, hey, you look good today, man. I have no problem saying that. Although most of my friends, your stepdad always tells me I look like crap. No, when he comes back from Greece, does he ask you to fill his muscles? Does he ever do that to you? He'll be like, hey, he'll stick his hand out and he goes, he'll grab my hand really hard, and he'll look at his, and he'll go, look at that thing. Look at that python. I'll be like, what have you been doing in Greece? And he goes, I don't work out, I never work out, this is just natural. He is so full of crap. Your mom's like, he works out all the time. Well, yeah, that's why he got biceps. I see how it is now. Everything okay?
You're looking for Maddie? Madison?
She was here.
Yeah.
With different color hair?
What's that?
Don't you have like a different color hair?
No, it's the usual blonde, kind of bleached blonde. From my understanding, she's supposed to be at Roderick's.
Okay.
You want me to call down there and see?
That's okay.
Why don't I save you a trip? I'll see if she's in there.
Thank you.
If she's there, do you want me to
Have a go to the
pass
office.
on a message?
Yeah, probably go to the office.
What's up, Coach?
Son, Mr. Scott.
Oh, are you afraid that he might have saw you with the headphone in?
Oh,
Jeez, why don't you? I just called Taylor next to him. He goes, why are you calling me?
the number.
What is it? I can't see.
Okay, just a second, I got it right here.
So-
6492.
So I'm gonna take the
Good
earphone.
thing one of us remembered our glasses.
Don't make your coach Wacko. What did we just talk about? When an adult you do the footwork. Hey, Casey Rodrigues. Hey, is Maddie still in your room? Oh, did you want to talk to him? Did you want to go down and talk to her? Or have her report to main office? Would you please have her report to the main office? Thank you. Bye-bye. She's on her way. Or should be on her way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Gladly appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.
No. See me at the end of the day.
Hey, Austin, you wanna use my other headphone?
Oh, was that? Oh, was I not supposed to say anything?
Hey, Hey,
I'm sorry, Austin, I'm sorry. Oops, my bad.
Before you run out of here, I have to vote. It's only gonna take
Okay, sure. All right, so real quick, let's play Stump the Chump for the last 11 minutes. Question number 1, Tyler.
honestly.
Senatorial term, how long does it last? Excuse me, hey, take out some work and start doing it. We're not doing more.
It's 6 years.
6 years, you guys got the point. Andrew, how long is a congressional, what? Just checking to see if you guys are paying attention. Okay. Andrew, how long does a representative's term last? A term?
6? No, it's, wait, no, it's, well, 1 term,
Lasts how many years? Okay, good. Good, you didn't. What?
37.
No. Really?
Wait, it's 4? No.
I get the point, 2 years.
2.
Too many guesses.
2.
All right, next question, Xavier.
Yes.
Name me, you're good with figures, right? What is the compensation? What is the yearly salary for a congressional member? A member of Congress?
$162,000 a year.
Excellent job. Devin, how many years is one term in the House of Representatives?
30.
How many years?
30.
Okay, listen to the question again. How many years is one term? I'm not asking you minimum age requirement. One term in the House of Representatives. So you're voted into the House of Representatives. How many years will you serve? Now we know the Senate is 6 years. Someone already said that. So it's not going to be 6 years. How many years? Excellent. Nico, minimum age requirement for the president.
35.
Excellent. Libby, you know how much the president makes each year? Can you help her out? If you answer it correctly, I won't give you the point, but I'll let you answer the next question. What's the correct answer?
That's 400,000.
400,000. Now, the next question is this. If there happens to be 3 sessions within one congressional year, what just happened? Don't say the phone rang. Hold that thought.
I
B14?
already lost
Hey,
it.
what's up? Okay. I have her 6th. Okay. Okay. Okie dokie. I bet. Yeah. You tell me what you want me. Is Josh there? Yeah, I mean, now look, I am more than happy to come get it. Doesn't Josh, he kind of like doing it? You like getting, so if Josh wants to do it, just let me know about when would he be coming, so I can make sure I'm here. Oh, do you know when? Okay, just, call and make sure I'm here. Okay, cool, thank you. That sounds awesome. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, what just happened? If there's 3 sessions within 1 congressional year, not term, what just happened?
A special session,
Excellent job, and who called it?
president.
Man, you guys are winning. All right, next question, Nico. What kind of tea am I drinking?
That's a good question.
I think so, right?
Jade.
Okay, yeah.
Earl Grey.
That's a really good guess. You know what I like about that guess? You're using prior knowledge. It happens to be wrong this time, but you're using prior knowledge to answer it. You cheated. Yeah, you did. Now, I got a question for you guys, but it was Nico's. Is jasmine considered an herb? It's not.
It's a flower.
No.
It's a type of rice.
That's what I thought. So I can't give you the point.
You can.
I would have given you the point if jasmine was an herb, but it's a flower.
Is this what you consider marijuana or?
An herb?
Yeah.
No, I consider it a weed.
What defines an herb? Because isn't anything that you can use for taste or flavor?
Could you look that up, please?
Okay.
What is an herb?
Look
I don't know.
at
I can't. I don't know the answer.
what
to your-
defines an herb.
You want to go to Miss Ludwig's?
Yeah.
Because you want some
You
big
don't want to
potato.
know what defines
Is
an
it
herb.
baked potato?
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to go right now, that's fine. I don't care. Hey, have a nice break.
I'll be free.
I'll see you 6, right? Okay. I thought there was a party there today.
Is there?
I thought that's why they're baking all this. No? I thought it was because it was a party. No, I could be wrong.
I think they might.
Okay.
Any
Could you please
plant,
stop?
okay. Any
This is
plant-
herb.
Herb. Any plant with leaves, seeds, or flowers used for flavoring food, medicine, or perfume.
Then I have to give you the point. Right? Because you just said a flower. A flower.
Any plant with leaves, seeds, or flowers.
Is jasmine a flowering plant
Flavoring food or medicine.
used to flavor something? I got to give you the point, guys. Nice job, Nico. Okay? All right. Next question. Devin. The last time I went to the dentist, I had a filling. Which tooth did I get a filling?
Wisdom too.
Oh, what a question. Number 30. I used to be a dental assistant.
Which tooth?
Wisdom.
Well, then I get the point.
Oh.
Next question.
What? I want to know what tooth.
No, I had my wisdom teeth removed. And I don't remember which tooth.
Do you know how your teeth are numbered, medically speaking?
Yeah.
From right
Uh-huh.
to left,
Uh-huh.
starting with 1,
Right.
and then it goes to the lower from left
I know that.
to right.
Yeah.
And you, with your wisdom teeth, you would have, is it 36 teeth?
No. I just know that that's how you know.
36 teeth is what we have. We all kept our wisdom teeth.
Once
A lot
I
of
we
teeth.
live like baby dad.
But like number 1 is right
Boys, watch and learn. This is how you choose to live. Before teeth. What's up? It's okay. It's always okay.
there. Ham.
I'll let her know. Thank you. You know what? I'm gonna call your coach and have him take your shoes.
Do it.
If you do that again,
Austin, don't
I'm
let
gonna ask him to
anybody
do
take
that.
your
You
shoes.
love your shoe privileges.
you know what? You don't let anyone take your shoes. But I have a feeling if it comes down to you trying to stop your coach from getting your shoes? I'd put my money on
I
him.
don't wanna see that.
I'll put my money on Austin because he's bigger
And I bet if you told your dad, he would laugh.
Yeah.
Devin, how many years is a senatorial term? Devin, think about what you just answered. You just correctly answered a representative's term is 2 years. There you go, Devin. Libby, it's been a while since I called on
What?
you. Pick one Supreme Court case. Can you name one Supreme Court case? And tell me basically what it was about. Have you guys studied your Supreme Court cases? I gave you page numbers. You remember one from the other day? We reviewed it?
Brown versus
Yeah. Was it Brown versus the Board of Education?
Excellent job. Basically, what happened because of it?
They were denying her the right to going to the school that was closer to her
Excellent job. Why did they deny it to her?
because she was African American.
Okay. Lastly, I'll end this game and give you guys all the points if you can tell me what case it overturned. And even if you can't give me
Roe v.
the
Wade.
no, that's a really good guess because you're taking other. No, not that. That was the abortion issue. Completely different issue. It overturned a precedent. Let me ask you this: do you know what it overturned? What was the no? All right, go ahead. Answer.
Plessy versus Ferguson.
Plessy versus Ferguson, 1896.
Yep.
That was a precedent-setting case that allowed separate but equal. So it overturned separate but equal.
Yeah, it's funny how one case sets a precedent for how society,
No.
you know.
All right, you guys get you. Hey, close your eyes. This is special.
Oh, God.
Oh, you guys are gonna like this. Okay, wait. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Have a good break.
Okay. All right. You guys ready? Wait, you gotta see this. It's special, right? Okay, open your eyes. Watch. You got a rubber band, and I'm gonna pull it like this. All right, that's you. Have a great vacation.
I thought it was gonna be a fart.
Are you kidding me? Hey, are you being smart, Austin, about your diet? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna talk to your football coach about it. He'd probably like to know. You better be smart